Hey everyone, thanks for joining this explainer video. I'm just going to make my little video here a little bit bigger. And I'm first of all going to tell you why I've created this program. And really the reason is I've been working essentially as a sales consultant for the last 3 years independently. And I've also been doing sales training as well. What I've really noticed is the massive gap between consultancy and training, and also the lack of accountability in both of these types of approaches, meaning that results can certainly be generated, and I've generated some excellent results for my clients. But even better results would be generated if we brought the two together, took a completely holistic view of the sales function, not even just the sales team, and put in accountability throughout that to make sure that what's actually being taught and what's being implemented is actually being done. And so I've recognized that gap. I've brought the two together and I've created the Ahead of Sales 6-month acceleration program. Now, why is it 6 months? Well, because people are busy. There's always holidays, there's always this, there's always that. So over 6 months, I could do it in 3 months, but over 6 months, it allows time for people to take time off, to take the breaks that they need to, and still be able to complete the program effectively without worrying that they're missing massive chunks of a really valuable system. Basically, I've figured out is the optimal sort of time to generate real results and take a real good improvement over everything. So how does it work? Like I say, it's the only program that I'm aware of in the UK, certainly, and potentially even globally, that brings together sales consultancy practices, so looking at the underlying sales functions, but also looking to enhance sales skills. And I work directly with the sales leader. So it's one-on-one weekly sessions with the sales leader. And the sales leader could be a sales director, a head of sales, sales team leader, sales manager, or indeed the business owner, whoever has the direct responsibility over the sales team. And there's weekly one-on-ones that follow the 5 pillars that I've identified from working with tons of clients and working with sales for 20 odd years. And that's sales and buyer psychology, the right team structures, bringing in modern methods to maximize activity and really stack that pipeline, creating a sales process that actually makes your buyers want to buy, and then using your existing customers to make more money. Those are the 5 key pillars that I've found that if every single one of them even is improved a little bit, huge results can be generated. So we've got the weekly sessions with the sales leader, but we also do weekly sales masterclasses with the sales teams themselves. Now that's a one-to-many format, and that's with every sales team client that I've got. There's only a maximum of 12 in the cohort, and what it does is it creates excellent ability for peer-to-peer networking, potentially more sales to be made across all the teams, but it puts me in the hot seat, making it bespoke to your company, because I'm being asked specific questions relating to what's going on in your sellers' minds and in their day-to-days, thereby being far more specific and far more bespoke than standard sales training. But we don't ignore the standard sales training. There is monthly formal sales training sessions. And if your sellers can't make that, they will be recorded and put into the online space so that they can catch up with that later on. But when I was thinking about this, I thought, how can I take this even further? How can I bring it into the realms of well-being and help you retain your sellers, help you retain your best people and de-risk the chance of your best seller going to your competition? So I'm also bringing in other subject matter experts who are experts in their fields. So I've got Diane, who's going to talk about PR strategies for sellers, helping them build their personal brand so that people actually come to them to buy. I've got Jem talking about social media for sales, because classically sellers aren't always great at using social media. I've got Jenny talking about mindset and resilience and getting over those no's. I've got Sue talking to leaders about how to motivate without money. And we've also got Paul coming in to talk about personal finance for sellers, because they're not always great at actually managing their finances, especially when they get a big commission check. So what I want to create is something that generates value way over and above existing sales. But that being said, I've had clients that have had a return on investment of 16,000%. And I want to do the same for you. So if you want to hear more from me, if you fill in the form in either the link below or below the email, I've not figured out how I'm going to do it yet. I'll actually do one of these videos bespoke to your business. Obviously, there's only so much that I can glean from the internet, but I'll give you an idea of how it might work, who I might help with, so that you've got a bit more of an understanding. And maybe then we can have a call. That being said, if you want to have a call, feel free to book in as well. Any questions, just let me know. I'm here at your disposal. Hope to speak to you soon and hope to work with you and generate all those extra sales. Thanks a lot.